Hi, my name is Ray Johnson. Welcome to Detroit. We affectionately call it the D. Part of the D means determined and self-determination. I've come from a long history of activism. Starting with Dr. King's organization, I was his youngest executive director. One of the things I've always learned was that from a grassroots perspective, social change comes from the people and for the people. When people do not feel engaged, when people are not included, when their lives does not appear to matter, when unemployment is skyrocketed and social conditions create the kind of community disorder, then there's going to be some response. In this instance, out of this anger and fear and anxiety, it was sparked by the police invading what they considered to be an illegal enterprise. Because of the heavy-handed use of force, the people were angry. And as a result of that, the rebellion began.
Us, we, sinners, trained in the untraining of the third eye, were fed screens as babies. Now we feed our babies to screens. Forbidden fruit straight from the tree. GMO, OMG, my people, my blood, my family, my kin wear sin like skin, because it was written by the same authors that made Baby Daddy a double entendre. Same authors wrote that the first race of the first race is to outrun the starter pistol pointed at him. I tell niggas, quit your job. Too much work for you to be going to work. People saving money when they should be saving people. We people stacking. Freedom expensive as fuck. Our ancestors ain't died for us to work a 9 to 5 to make just enough to get high, cry, need Captain J's fries. Can't tell me that's black pride. But niggas still want to live in them slavery days. The scraps Massey used to feed us is what we eat on a regular day. We ain't got no immunities because the food we eat is full of tomfoolery. We spend racks on matching fits and jewelry. Don't give a fuck about the food we eat. I'm vegan now. Niggas tell me I walk around like my shit don't stink. Look, it really don't. That's a meatiness problem. I can sit on the toilet for an hour and a nigga can follow with no problem, but they say we all gotta die from something, right? My niggas die of beaties, die of ham and cheeses, die of diabolical diseases, spending racks at Little Caesars. Little kids' parents don't care about what they feed them. They got a plate full of death, got the nerve to thank Jesus. Niggas doing the same shit. Bitches saying he ain't shit. We keep doing the same shit. Our colon's full of the same shit. They say milk does a body good, makes bones strong, filled with calcium and vitamin D. Our aunties need new hips. They only like 43. We, the only species that drinks milk from another species. Would you walk up to a cow and put your mouth on his titties? 80% of humans are lactose intolerant. My niggas still eat cheese. I'm tired. I'm tired of peering at my peers and thinking, what the fuck? Is this what's become of us? A chocolate batch of what the fucks? Instead of becoming us, we rather talk about such and such, whose dick they suck. So worried about they dick, you fail to realize that you're the one that's being fucked, they ain't fucking me. I flow through the system like water, so when they skeeting in your face, at least they coming clean. I'm tired of these grown-ass babies doing dummy deeds. You need to know the earth before you start planting seeds. I'm just spitting about the shit that angers me, like how we complain about how we need to change, but ain't trying to arrange an exchange of brains. A house nigga ain't never wear the chains. He can never feel a field nigga's pain. We need to change, true indeed. First thing that needs to change is your complacency.
Whoa. Better listen to your sisters, yeah. You better listen. Oh, you better listen to your sisters. I said, oh, you better listen to your sisters, yeah. You better listen. You better listen. Oh, you better listen now to your sister.
I'm from a city where niggas is sipping on hate, tipping on ignorance and belligerence. Broke rich niggas couldn't cop some common sense because it don't cost shit. Well, I guess that's boss shit. They chilling in their office, the CEOs of the D. They bang out, they bring out the heat, pick the brain out, they teeth, ride the frame out, they leaves, blow they brains on they seats. They be like, fuck you. That's more space for the greed, more chase for the cheese. Nigga, fuck you. That's minus one mouth to feed, minus one house to heat, huh? Fuck you. That's for the birds. Cause only live birds in the D are vultures. My nigga, fuck you. Cause that's Detroit third culture. And I bet you had a long ass day turn to a long ass night, turn to a long ass life. 25 to what's? And they supply the guns, and they supply the drugs, and they supply the judge.
Damn.
Well, they can reapply their lips on this meat stick. I'm on that beat quick, talk slick. They can get that D quick, pop like an E quick, that chamomile tea shit. Or put their ass to sleep quick. I'ma fuck you. That's what I said to her. That's how my head do her. I'm trying to fuck you. Let's take a bed to her. I ain't causing stin, so now I'm dead to her. She lied. I'm chewing on these rappers and I'm about to spit the game up. Gonna pick your shame up. I don't follow guidelines. I'm about to shift my lane up. About to shift your brain up. Paradigms, Amazon, very fine. Lick, cherry shine. See, Detroit is for the doers. Don't be weak or get left in the sewers. They heard us on the track and now they thinking that they knew us. All black match, Detroit, fitted cat, nigga, fuck you.
You better listen.
Why is it we forget when we look into the sky? We're suspended within this space to travel time. How far away are the stars from you? Have you reached out your arms to prove it's only too far to walk, not to travel?
They labeled us naturally dangerous, disastrous. They handled us worse still. Spent meals tampering, just damaging precious visions of us being successful, healthy, or helpful. See, nevertheless, our best we've become their intent. That's our script. These days, playing along, constantly moving our lips with the same tune they long ago interluded. Introduced then that black men are the angry, the lazy, zoo-like, or crazy. They say the bar is set so high on the world, upon the sky, that you and I will never meet it. Extinction's their wish. They wish we make them sick, us suspicious, barbarics, less enraged. Encaged, this deranged black spot on the blacktop, we're being watched like a zoo. Zoo. Condo. Crib. Townhouse. Project. Pat me down, I'm on the ground, hands above me. Am I at peace now? Police now, new zookeepers, they labeled us naturally dangerous, disastrous. They handled us worse still. Spent meals tampering, just damaging precious visions of us being successful, healthy, or helpful.
There are only three kinds of beings who exist in this world. There are those who dwell in love, those who dwell in fear, and those who struggle between the two. It is the responsibility of those of us who feel more aware, more awake, to wage love on this plane. You are the truth and the light, the vessel, the messenger, the Christ, the means. But to what end? Shit.
Even though we smile like rent due. We smile like turn up, louder than the noise battle between the voices in your mind echoing in your empty stomach, echoing in your hollow pockets. We smile like prayers to your almighty landlord, like at least we got a place to stay, but Lord, what the Fargo happened to the rest of the houses. We smile like, my baby got straight A's. In a city with no schools, we smile like, I'm stuck in this fucking room filled with familiar, complete strangers. Familiar only because our paint looks alike. Our faces are living proof that some makeup ain't exclusive to women. We paint on smiles here and hues of facade. Same color as sin's silhouette. These faces that I'm around tell me that they love my smile. They've never seen my smile here, just graffiti. Painted on a house that don't quite feel like home like it used to. A reflection that can't remember the last time the mirror smiled back. Last time I looked into the mirror, I saw the face that broke the most promises to me in my life. It smiled in my face. Houses stop being homes when mirrors become unwanted house guests. Eyes are windows to the soul. The windows in my city are boarded up.
Start a fire. Gonna start a fire in here.
I teach poetry as a means of survival to endangered species. My black students laugh wildly in the classroom, but when I ask them to write what mask they will wear, they grow silent as a forest nobody hears, wondering what change of face will help them live longer. My students write about their personal disappointments, about how their generation of premature martyrs, how their skin is this weird hybrid camouflage, how nobody seems to notice them until they're dead. They know their lives are being treated like fields of grass.
Man.
Nobody says they have a problem with them being cut short. They're becoming the foundations of gardens. Black girls and boys being buried before blossoming, broken bodies bearing bullets burrowed beneath their bones. I know why they have trust issues instead of trust funds. Nobody is banking on their survival. They are not safe. I know what it feels like to be a generation drowning in silence. I know how it feels to be a generation disappearing when we are dying. My face is a mask. It fools my mirror, tells it I'm older, as if that means I'm some sort of survivor. I own the man I am underneath, the one that hears the horrifying sound of endangered children falling like forests. I know how a shotgun on a porch could turn a young girl asking for help silent. I know how a pistol on a watchman could choke a young boy's sweet tooth on his own blood. I know our classroom is just a reservation. Outside, we're considered big game by people with guns who call us a threat. I teach my students everything I know in these poems, as if I'm not still on the run with them.
So this is Detroit. This is the North End. This is my neighborhood. People always like to talk about like what's wrong here. People like to talk about blight, and people like to talk about this blank canvas and that people are going to be saving the city coming back. And it's really infuriating because nobody ever wants to talk about why. Why does this look like this? Why were we left to be to our own devices and have our city basically abandon the people of this city? And when we start asking those questions, that's when we get to really see who's benefiting. There's just an arrogance that comes with people who are like, you don't deserve this. I'm better than you, and so I'm going to take this, or I'm going to save you. I'm going to teach you. You need education. If you had education, Detroit wouldn't look like this. Well, I want to tell you, Detroit has the highest number of engineers per capita in the United States. Detroit has more artists, more musicians, more awesome people, more loving families than probably anywhere else in the country. But that never gets to be put on the camera. That never gets to go out to the media. People don't get to see that because creating this narrative makes it possible to take someone's democracy.
My cities got me lodged between paradigms. Do I chase a dime or fight crime? I can't evade the revolution, I'm neck deep in it. Find myself wishing I was sleep again, a sheep again, 'cause it's getting too hard to swallow, we waterless. Got a government lawless and unaccountable, taxing us out of our domiciles, but they blaming us though. Say, black people be lazy, only built this country, so why they complaining, pouting about reparations when they still ain't free? Melanated bodies rot in penitentiaries, I never lived in a democracy. We a institutional hypocrisy, dirty in war, raping and torturing poor innocent blood on the flag, it's the anthem. They sanction lies from the Capitol.
House for the houseless, spit it for my living on less than couches, hitting, dragging, crouching. Kundalini, bring it power, every single word that I'm espousing. Running back, take it to the houses. Corners back, running routes. Hose out the window, tap your nearest neighbor spouses. Showing love literally by the ounces. Lifeblood pouring out the fountains. Media gentrify announcing. Delinquent accounting water, they tie it to your houses. Tie it to the children, giving time to the spouses. How they making the killing, living and dying. Client to client, lying to give an appearance of fine. Douse this, let it burn like the fire of a million perms. 50 minutes after it should have been finished, urns. Dirt 'em, compost, gonna learn 'em. Either elevator, earth 'em, my mama keep affirming. So I testify, black suit and tie like a sermon. Keep the 40 on me in case a funeral occurring. Holy water on my side after rebirthing. White fitted linen suit, black Jesus re-emerging.
You know, a month ago, everything in the news, students walking out, teachers walking out because of the school, the way the schools are and how they're falling apart, they're dilapidated, lack of resources, and then you find out they're spending a shitload of resources on Joe Louis Arena, this new arena, and that's not for us. You know, we're hockey fans and everything, but come on, man, traditionally that's a white sport. That's a white fan base, everything like that. That's not really our thing. I grew up loving hockey. I grew up playing hockey. You know, that's not the case. But it's just like, that's not for us. We've got other needs. I mean, you know, if schools are falling apart and people don't have books and stuff, you know, why are we spending money on something else? You know, they sit there. You know, if I was to go out and buy a big screen TV instead of paying for my kids' meals, everybody would look at me like some kind of scumbag. But the city does it, and it's just bettering us. You know, I don't get, you know, I really don't get like their decision on things is complete greed. It's just, you know, they want to do what they can. They do what they want to, however they want. And just the people of Detroit, you don't have money, we ain't worried about you. We've got, you know, and that's the thing is people really feel that way because that's the way we've been treated our whole time. You know, that's just the reality. You don't matter. Nobody's going to listen to you. All that, and we're building stupid ass hockey arena. For who? Not for us. You know, it's ridiculous. More and more.
Yeah, so my brother's grandmother, she owns the house over there. And before they started trying to build the stadium, they tried to offer her like a little bit of money, maybe like $500,000 or something like that. And she said she wanted $1 million, and they didn't want to give her the $1 million for it. So they had threatened to burn her house down, but they never did it. So that was good. Other than that, as you can see, the house is still standing and the stadium is right smack dab next to them. So I don't know what's next for this house.
Detroit City, home of the gritty, where it's no more for a nigga to walk around with the semi, where all we know is gimme to gimme get shot, where a hustler won't stop even if they get locked. Kill myself before I get killed by a cop. Man, these piggies don't knock, they just hit your door with shots. They never come around ever when you really need them. You wonder why we animals when y'all the one that breed us, when y'all the one that feed us all this bullshit as a fetus. Must be doing something right cause we still undefeated. We the real reason why our city's still breathing. Social separation got us miscommunicated. If we don't act now, who's gonna lead our generation? Young God here to levitate you, good weed just to meditate you. Don't hate, I'm here to motivate you. Not get lost or get motivated.
Understanding. And as I looked up at the clouds, I lost all forms of understanding as my eyes opened up and I saw the lights from the bus underneath the water, and I saw the back door, and I saw the development, and I saw every form of transportation that I thought I understood, and I saw the bus stops, and I saw my hands, and I saw my eyes, and I saw the clouds.
Accomplishment. For real.
And I was lost in a sense of accomplishment. I had nothing as I looked up at the clouds, as I looked up at the development, as I looked up at the transportation, as I looked up at my hands. I lost my accomplishment. I lost my words as I got the hell out of Dodge. I pulled out into Dodge. I got my wheels beneath me. My wheels were firmly grasped underneath my car. As I strolled up Woodward looking for a new answer, I looked for a new Dodge to get into. I looked for a new hell to get into.
Hell yeah.
I got into a new yes to get into. I lost my no as I looked up at the clouds covered with water. Indistinguishable, my eyes, indistinguishable, my tears, indistinguishable, my development. I lost my transportation.
That's real, dog.
I lost my dog. I was looking for my dog. For 30 years, I tried to find it. I scoured the bottom of the ocean, searching through coral, searching through schools of fish and schools of thought and schools of clouds that were reflecting underneath the top of the waves. And each wave was covered with a small mist, a small white that tapped on the ocean, knocking on the door as if it had questions, as if it had answers, as if it had accomplishments to offer. I lost myself in the accomplishment. I lost myself in the transportation. I lost myself in the development. I lost my dog.
When I hear him speak, I recognize myself. That boy got some shit on the ball. Just like I saw when you started rapping your thing.
Hatred is family. Hatred is family made familiar over time. Hatred is Donald Trump kissing me on the cheek and me kissing him on the cheek. Us touching each other gently and understanding family. Hatred. I hate you. I love you. I want you. I kill you. I breathe you. I need you. I hate you. I kill you. I want you. I breathe you. Hatred is Donald Trump. Hatred is family. I love you. I hate you. You're familiar. You're strange.
I feel that the city's going through a very big change right now. I'm seeing neighborhoods that were once thriving, and now they're not thriving so much anymore. It's the downtown area is certainly changing. It's almost like it's going back to when I was younger, but with less people of color. it's kind of like everything's reversing. Everyone's going back to the suburbs. The blacks are going to the suburbs, and more of the whites are coming back into the city. So it's really going through a tremendous change.
The truth of the matter is Detroit needs more people. You could bring 2 million more people into Detroit and we still wouldn't be full. There's no problem with people coming in. The problem is when people are pushed out. When people who have been here their entire lives are being told, you know what, we're going to make this a fancy neighborhood so you can't live here anymore. We're going to go and renovate and put shops over here, so you know we're going to shut down the school. These are the problems. You know, it's not that when you're going to make things better in the city, when you're going to have better security and things like that, people who have been here their whole lives have been waiting for something like that to happen. To say that we're going to make things like this happen, but you can't get anything from that, that's where there's a problem.
Right.
So, you know, people here, you know, they want to make it into this antagonistic thing where there's fighting and people here hate the new people, and it's a code usually for black versus white. And that's what they're not saying, but they are saying. And what I would say is that that's not true at all. You know, black people here don't have a problem with white people, you know, and real white people don't have a problem with black people, you know. But what happens is people have a problem getting pushed out of their homes and being given poison water to drink and having to deal with, you know, crack houses, and you call the police and the police don't come to do anything when you need help. That's what people here have a problem with. So,
you got to come to Detroit for yourself and get your own experience. It's not like we don't exist. We've always existed. We've always been here, and we've all been traveling the world as, you know, as musical ambassadors. So we've seen a different a light towards Detroit from anybody. Everybody who comes here from Detroit will tell you a whole different story when they leave. You know, they come here with an idea of Detroit as like this horrible city, but when they leave here, they leave with a whole different perspective.
And that was even before the new Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit is a Renaissance city, so we've always encountered, you know, some renewal. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing new. This is nothing new to us when it comes to the real Detroit, or what's really left after the renewal or whatever. You know, we stand. We're still here.
I'm in the city wildin'. 89 wildin'. Revolution wildin'. I don't know how to stop it. Going sick. We don't pay to live. Fuck, I look like paying thieves, boy. You wildin'. Imagine how I'm wildin', God. 9 Molotovs on the tongue of the L where we got it from. She says, I love you. I love you. I brought you back from 89. We came the same year Huey left. That's 2 suspect. Nat Turner at 26 got no pay. Hove dropped at 26. Huey locked at 26. My nigga, listen. Angela Davis at 26. God is the hierarchy, so I greet her so awesome. Homage humbly haunts us. Go like Gabby, it can flip both ways. Go against us, you will get your day. Handling bad, you ain't getting no change. We are advanced and they are the basic. The sunset is simply amazing. I'm ancient, I'm ageless. I love you, I'm Waller. Commandeering the land, they like what happened. We came back with the excellence, the echelons from where we came. It can be explained. These ways took more than one life to obtain. Energies in us is being explained. The symmetry visually are the you seen it. We are the secret. It wasn't meant to be easy. If love kept you as a hostage, would you hate her? Would you hate me? We 25 and 15. It's our time. You listening? Captured infinity. Beings on a mission we don't fully see. Makes it sweeter. Yes, indeed. In the stomach I breathe. Hold up. Quantum physics. Walla.
Solar bikes, wildin'. Little niggas think they wildin'. Y'all little niggas ain't wildin'. I'm wildin' like ancient African doctors, and you lying like sarcophagi at Carthage, 89 styling like Cleopatra ordered, bloodline recorded. Yeah. We actually pay with attention, but if you can't afford it, we'll break it down like anatomy, then transmute with the alchemy. Perfect in love, physiology, she don't want to move, color atrophy. Actually, niggas couldn't really handle average me. Been given the color for menagerie. Wisdom, will you marry me? I done ran a 9, got apparently. Burn them in the mirror with an agathis. Taking out the battery, we were astrotrip. Call it trisomatical. Congregation of Africa. On got their thieves, Roman aqueducts. Ancestors ain't asking for your attitude. I wrote murder for you, not trying to produce. Nigga city produce. Lurking in the city of the goons. In the city of the goons. We've been the sickest in the city for a minute now. But really, what's time when God around? And God around. Khakis and chucks on the porch if you want a cloud. High intellect. Blessed like I want a cloud. When I'm stepping down, I'm walling.
All around Detroit, we talk, from shops to congregations. There's much discussion of the city's new gentrification and all the changes with the folks of moving to the D. The changes in our lifetime thought we'd never live to see. We talk about the newcomers with righteous consternation, old school exasperation about a disconcerting thing. They don't even speak, we say, when we get on the subject. It's our mantra of rejection, of invisibility. Our indignation hides the sting of truly being unseen, of being looked right through in our own city. Now some deny they gentrify in devastated D. They move to empty spaces, no displacement they can see, and think that since the building stock was emptied long ago, no one's displaced from this old place, so no one's had to go. But don't forget our memories are carved deep in our souls. We lived and worked, took care of biz, then time for us to roll. They pushed us, moved us, crimed us out, then time did take its toll. Those barren places all stood guard. We drove by, walked past old facades. Then decades hence we were replaced, just took long years to fill the space. No matter how long it takes, oh yes, we've still been gentrified. We talk about those buildings, all the barren, ragged mastodons, old factories, shops, and corner stores, warehouse structures built to last, ghoulish hulks of prosperity past, when streets weren't split by overpass. Ghastly end days totems rise, burn retinal scars in children's eyes, owned by investor absentees, awaiting days when values rise. Vultures trying just to see the profit possibilities. We coexist with nightmare escapes, the charred and grisly, devastated, built environs, and for our eyes, the Heidelberg becomes a pyre. The ruin-porn photographers are clever choreographers of images that skew the way we live here in Detroit each day. Worship rooms like religion treat our protests with derision. They love that urban detritus with little care of what hurts us. Just say hi. Hi says you're in the city and you're glad to be here with me. Hi says you share this street, this store, this wait in line, stand with me. Hi says you don't fear that we'll ask for $1 or a quarter. Hi says you're not ignoring me, that we are all Detroiters. Hi says you don't mean to offend or make the wrong reply. Hi says you just don't know what else to say, but just say hi. Hi says I see you, you see me, we're in the D together. Hi says we'll show each other how to live. We have the choice together. Help me embrace you, teach you, know you. Welcome to Detroit. Just say hi.
Some people call what happened in July 1967 in Detroit a riot, but many of us prefer to call it a rebellion because rebellion speaks to the fact that people, whether it was consciously or unconsciously, were rebelling against unjust conditions. And some of those conditions at that time included massive rates of unemployment, police brutality, an overwhelmingly white police force, and the general kind of injustice that black people faced and continue to face in American society. Detroiters continue to resist oppression, and we do that in many ways. We do that through the arts that we create, through the poetry, through the visual arts, through the films that are created in Detroit, the dance, the plays that are written. We resist through the urban agricultural movement, through creating beautiful gardens and farms in the city, and striving to become more food secure and more food sovereign. We resist through protesting in the streets against emergency management and against the control of our water system. We resist by protesting against foreclosures and occupying spaces to demand the right of the people to control the space in the city of Detroit. I'm very proud to be from the city of Detroit and proud to be part of this legacy of resistance and rebellion.